Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you got a moment, I would like to just go over the last 48 hours or so for the Florida Gators. First thing that happened was we had a decommitment, and Jamonte Waller, four-star edge out of the state of Mississippi, went to Auburn. And then shortly after, our defense gave up 700 yards. We lost to LSU by a landslide. And then today, just moments ago, we lost a second recruit, that being Wardell Mack, four-star cornerback, the 129th player in the country. So if you know a Gator fan, if you are a Gator fan, just hold them or hold yourself with any which way you possibly can, because right now the sky is falling. And it's right now it's coming down on us heavy. You know, Hayes Foster didn't hold any punches last night. He dropped the news right in the middle of the LSU game that Jamonte Waller had flipped to Auburn, and now after we're licking our wounds from a 700-yard defensive-less game, we lose Wardell Mack. Now, to be fair, to kind of settle the mood, if it's going to help at all, hand to God, I knew of this news. We knew of this news. The fam here at Hightop Sports were aware of a possibility of Wardell Mack flipping, just didn't know when. Glad he chose to save it for today. Appreciate that for breaking the news, flipping to Texas. So now that doesn't make it any better. He's still gone. No, but it isn't like it appears that it's piling on top of what already happened. But that's kind of what I'm trying to make you feel better on. If it does make you feel any better, that it's not just because they gave up 700 yards and because Jamonte Waller, this has seemed to be already in the works. Is what I'm getting at. So he flipped to Texas, which is great because Texas didn't have really that strong of a class already. You know, they weren't really doing that well recruiting. Where they at currently? Only 13th in the country with a slew left to go. I'm sure they'll finish in the top five, but and beating the SEC, they're going to be just fine. I was being sarcastic there, if you couldn't tell. So another stud headed over to Texas. Currently, we're fourth. We have now dropped behind FSU in recruiting with Jamonte Waller decommitting yesterday. They haven't updated it for Wardell Mack. It's going to be close whether or not we hang on to that fourth spot. We may slide under Alabama as we're at 286. They're at 280. So at one time, we were bragging about being this 291 class, having a record-breaking class, and now we're on a little bit of a slippery slope here. So again, we've still got a lot of time. All this tells us that we got only 20 commits. We've got space for 5 more is what that tells me. The likes of Jordan Seaton, Jeremiah Smith, Cam Coleman, Dylan Evans. There's plenty of room now for these guys to come through. So we're just kind of clearing the path here a little bit to see how this works. Look, it's tough. I liked Wardell Mack. I was really excited when he ended up committing. And what's funny is we've been on the bad side of breaking records. However, we did have that record breaking in June. We had 3 or 8 commits, I believe it was, over a 72-hour time period. I mean, what a time to be alive, right, Gator fans? I mean, you guys remember it. I know I remember it. I was wearing I was humping spaceships. I was wearing chef hats. I was cooking up pancakes. I was having a good time. Okay. Now here we are a few months later, and no more pancakes, no more humping spaceships, and no more chef hats. So we're going the other way. The record breaking now is we've had the most decommits in 48-hour time period. So why are you laughing? I don't know. It hurts. It hurts inside. The one good news is Jimbo Fisher was fired today. And that could mean that some of those big-time recruits for Texas A&M could be on the lookout. They also had some decommitments today. We also had an offensive lineman who has entered into the transfer portal. That happened today as well. So just a lot of good news for the Florida Gators. Essentially 3 guys flipping or just leaving behind what was the Florida Gator football team. So, again, Jamonte Waller, just a quick recap, gone. Wardell Mack, gone. Both 4-star guys. Jamonte Waller in our class was, I believe, the 6th best player in our class. Currently, he was, and then Wardell Mack was a little bit further down the list, so not as horrible. Yeah, he was a little bit lower down the list, but there's still the likes of Amaris Williams and Nasir Johnson. Those two have been thrown around of possibly flipping as well, so it looks like it might get darker before it gets lighter, boys. But hopefully we can close strong. Obviously, we got a month left till signing day. For goodness sake, please don't let any more bad news happen. Hopefully we can close this class with a strong close. And I've been preaching it. And with the more decommits we have, the more this has become an emphasis of we have to be extremely active in the transfer portal. Billy has a long road ahead of him. His gray hairs have been going gray, and I expect him to be bald by the start of next season if things continue the way that they are. So, boys and girls, let me know how you're feeling down in the comments below. Maybe you could just use an emoji or, a full-blown sentence or a paragraph with how you're feeling with how the program is being ran currently. I'm sure you guys won't hold any punches, and we'd love to hear from you guys. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.